I've been a mayor of one of the most densely populated city in Ghana, Kumasi. And the management of the city can bring you at par to the presidency. That if you run such a city with all the problems and the challenges in Kumasi, you can become the president of this country. And worldwide, most mayors come out to become presidents of countries. So, one, my experience, my style of work, my leadership skills pushed me to the position of becoming a president.
Why do you want to contest your former boss? And these are questions I'm sure you're aware of. Like John Mahama gave you a job as mayor of the Ashanti region, Kumasi. Now you want to contest him. People think that you are being ungrateful.
Thank you. I think it's not right. His Excellency John Mahama is my former boss.
Right.
I respect so much. Very competent, affable. He has everything. But it's all because of democracy. Where is democracy if he's not challenged? And I'm not challenging him personally. I'm challenging for the flag bearership.
Right.
So you shouldn't get it wrong at all. I don't have any qualms with him. I don't have any problems with him. He's my former boss. In our settings, especially our Khan setting, you can go for a position even with your brother when there's a vacancy. It doesn't mean that you're enemies. You shouldn't be acrimonious. So I don't understand why people say I shouldn't. No, it is because of democracy. That is all. That is all.
And you think that the NDC will give you a chance to lead them?
You have to push it and try and see. So that's what I'm doing now.
But this is not the first time, is it?
The other time I pulled off to give His Excellency a chance. But this time I think I'm growing old and I need to also show all that I have in me to serve the people of Ghana.
You've experienced the leadership of, at least, let's start from the 1992 era. Jerry Rawlings, we've seen Professor Atta Mills, we've seen John Kufuor, John Mahama, and now another Dankwa Akufo-Addo. You have had opportunity to also serve in government. What would be your fair assessment of this present government as we find it?
Fair assessment, I think, one, they made too much noise before they came to power. They gave impression to people that they are coming to give us a peace haven. They're going to do everything that Ghana needs. But it was the opposite. I think they have messed up. And truth must be told, I think they should bow their heads in shame.
The government doesn't believe that. They think that they're doing well, you should give them
They
a
haven't
chance.
done anything. Look, the most disappointing thing I saw the last time was when His Excellency President Akufo-Addo gave a speech to the nation.
Right.
Look at the crisis that's going on. The dollar is running up to 15 cities. Fuel is high, foodstuff is high. So in economics, they'll call it a galloping inflation. We're around 45% inflation. And I thought the president was coming to give us some reliefs. But the speech had nothing for the people.
12 pointers meant nothing to you?
Say it again?
He had 12 pointers.
It meant nothing to. I was totally disappointed. Totally disappointed. He didn't have anything to offer us.
What would you have wanted him to say?
Reliefs. Reduction of fuel. Now, sachet water, 10 pesos, used to be 10 pesos, now it's 60 pesos. So if you calculate it, we're 500%.
It's 50 pesos, actually.
It's okay,
50
400%.
pesos, 40 pesos.
I mean,
You
and you think the commoners, everybody who drinks sachet water can afford it now? I'm sure you heard recently somebody died because of 2 cities argument of fare.
That's right.
So when there are crises in a country, when presidents are coming to speak, all you expect is to give reliefs to the people. I thought he was going to say that we have taken off a percentage of petrol. We've done this, we've done that, we've done that.
Petrol prices have started coming down. I'm sure you've seen.
Oh, this is because I started talking about it. Let me tell you, if you look at the FOB price of fuel, it's about $90 to $95 per barrel.
That's right.
Okay? Now, when you ship it, that's the CIF. That's cost and freight. Of late, freight, depending on where you're bringing the products from, of late, freight is becoming on and off. Gets to Ghana, we have clearance, we have custom duties, and we have 8 different taxes on fuel. Then also 2 different taxes on the margins. At the moment, we're looking around 40.5% of taxes.
That's right.
On fuel. Now, when the public is crying that accommodating, we are hungry, no food, all that you do is look at the situation, especially we're getting towards Christmas. So if we're almost closer to Christmas, somebody goes to buy rice, they say a bag is 100 cedis. Next minute, 150 cedis. The next oil, the same thing, 40, 500, then up. So the people are feeling it. So all you do is, it's petrol that increases everything when fuel goes up.
That's right.
So all you do is that, give us a relief by coming down. Yes, I know you need taxes to do your thing, but for the next 3-4 months, that's the Christmas festivities, you need to do something. Then if you do that, people will know that you're doing. Meanwhile, then you are preparing yourself to, get into, normally in the new year, everybody sees that things are tight, and so you'll be seen doing well. But the president didn't say anything good to me. Now, the relief they want to bring is go and bring in food from the villages to Accra.
To show you that there's food.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Can they sustain it? Can they sustain it? It is just doing some noise.
The president has not reshuffled any of his ministers. Sorry, please drink some water.
Excuse me, please.
The president has not reshuffled ministers. There have been calls upon him to do that. But the latest is for the finance minister to go. But he's insisted that, look, this is my best team. Leave him to do the job he's doing. What do you say?
Chief, I don't think it's any of our business to push that the president should sack his minister. If they are not performing, the whole government is not performing. So if we are doing a vote of no confidence, you should go to the president and everybody.
You want the president to go too?
Yes, he hasn't performed. He hasn't performed. Everybody in Ghana thought Akufo-Addo was the Messiah because of the things they said during the electioneering campaign. But people have seen that all that they were saying were not
but
true.
You didn't respond to some of those things. The NDC allowed some of those things to fly.
Why are you saying that?
Well, the things that were said, corruption, Mama, as hotels.
This government is more corrupt than any government.
Well, but you allowed it to fester. So the public bought into it. You agree?
I don't, but that is your point of view.
So Mahama has a hotel in Dubai, Kofi Dubai, that's what it was called.
This is totally false.
But that's what I'm saying.
I mean, if people just get up and say things, I don't think you need to support that. I mean, it was created. It was created. Yes, the good thing is that, the bad thing is that NDC didn't support and find ways of killing it or nibbing it in the bud. That is the reason. But I think this government is totally worse and terrible.
In terms of percentage, what would you say?
I'll give them 10%.
10 over 100.
10 over 100. Yes.
What would Kojo Bonsu do as president in these difficult times? If we had election today and Kojo Bonsu wins, what would you do?
One, I would want a peaceful Ghana, a united Ghana, and that's a national security Ghana, prosperity for all, and a society that understands everybody. Those are the main things I want to do first. And that is if I'm in power.
But those are very broad areas. You have to zero it down to so the ordinary Ghanaian can follow you.
If I talk about national unity, it's about we are liking each other. You don't say this man is that, this man is that. We move as a Ghanaian. We always go everywhere. We show the Ghana flag and make Ghana a good country. I've talked about united Ghana, and national security. Make sure that everybody is safe in this country. And also prosperity for all. Every individual, you don't have any difference in who makes it or who don't. We are all Ghanaians.
Right.
Those are the important things first. And if you are able to, this is not coming to rap and talk plenty that I'll do this, I'll do dual carry that. No. These are the main pillars of things that if we do, we're going to have a prosperous Ghana.
On whose legacy will you be campaigning?
NDC.
John Mahama's legacy.
It's not only John Mahama.
Atta Mills's legacy.
It's NDC.
So if you're going to campaign on his legacy, why not leave him to contest?
No, I'm going to campaign on NDC's legacy.
They think John Mahama is more popular at this point to lead the party.
I believe that.
So that the party doesn't crack.
Let's push it from that angle.
Okay.
Okay? And let's ask me the things I would want to do rather than to, get involved with my former boss.
But it's inevitable. An election will happen. There'll be a contest.
Happen, yes.
There'll be two
but it's
of
not
us.
acrimonious. It will happen, but it's not acrimonious.
If you look at the elections that have been held within your party, constituency level, now regional level elections have been held, what trend do you see in terms of people drifting towards you or towards any of the other contenders who may come up?
I haven't contested before, so nobody's drifting towards me. But the thing is that I'm going around selling my message, telling people what I will do for the NDC and my plan for Ghana. So I wouldn't want you to bring it into issues like drifting from here to there. No, we are a united party, NDC. So I believe that if you're selling yourself and they believe in all that you're doing and the things you're telling them, they'll vote for you.
Chairmanship. Johnson Asidun Ketia, long-standing General Secretary of the NDC, he wants to contest the present chairman, Ofosu Ampofu. What do you see again?
It's purely democracy. I don't see anything wrong with it. Asidun Ketia has every right to contest the chairman. The chairman has every right. Anybody in the party who is fit to run and lead as the party leader can do it. I don't see anything. It's democracy that has brought this thing. So that is why earlier on you were talking about that I'm contesting my former boss. No, it is democracy that has opened that. If you go and you lose, you join the people and you go
but
and
don't
fight.
you think that the two men at the top, General Secretary, National Chairman, locking horns in an election,
I wouldn't use the phrase.
Would affect your party.
I wouldn't use that phrase, locking horns. It's they're fighting for their
I'm using it
positions.
figuratively, forgive me.
So please, I mean, it is not acrimonious. Let them do it. I'll plead that they don't insult each other. That is all we want. And it makes the party stronger. It makes democracy in the party very well. So I think it's the right thing to do.
And then the General Secretaryship as well. I'm sure you've seen young Dr. Peter Boamo Tukuno, Fifi Kwete, one-time propaganda secretary, or if you like, communications officer, and Elvis Efriankwa, director of elections. They're also interested in that role. Again,
They're all competent.
They're all competent.
They are competent. Anybody who wins, wins.
You're comfortable to work with anyone?
Anybody. I don't choose. I wouldn't want to choose anybody. All of them, I know them.
You were talking about experience a while ago.
Experience. Fifi has experience. Elvis has experience.
Peter
Otokuno has experience. So, I mean, I think they're all up for the job. So I wouldn't want to choose one and say this is better than this. No, it won't be very fair. It won't be very fair.
Have you been satisfied with your parliamentarians in Parliament, especially in the Hang Parliament, how they've conducted themselves, trying to keep government on its toes? Have you been satisfied?
Yes, they've done well. I mean, we always have to, push them and thank them for the yeoman's job they're doing. I think they've done well. Let's congratulate them. I think they're giving the other side a lot of work to do. It started very terrible. But at least,
How do you mean?
If I say terrible, they fight, they fought in the beginning.
That's right.
But now everything has been stabilized. They showed that they are a force. And we have a hang parliament, so they're doing things right. Let's give them the push. They're doing well. I really like the way they work.
Let's assume that Kojo Bonsu has been elected flag bearer of the NDC, and you're up against either Dr. Baomi, Alan Tremantin, or the Great Minister, or Kwabena Jepong, or any of them who wants to be president from the other side. Are you confident of a win?
Very confident. It's your record, okay? As a businessman, Kojo Bonsu has excelled. As a mayor, as a board chairman of National Sports Council, as the MD of GOIL, if you look at my records would come to show and get me the nod as a president. I'm very confident about that.
Very confident.
Very, very confident.
You keep talking about corruption. This is my last one.
I keep talking about corruption?
Yes, you spoke about corruption, about the government. You say the government is more corrupt than... Somebody would ask, is Kojo Bonsu clean enough to be president?
I'm very clean to be president.
Very
100% clean, yes.
Closing thoughts. That's your camera, sir.
Sitting again.
That's your close.
I thank you for having me
Right.
on your sets. And let me also thank all the viewers for listening to me. I also want to seize this opportunity to congratulate the lady, the journalist lady, Portia.
Portia Gabo. That's
Yes,
right.
I want to congratulate her for doing so well. Portia,
Journalist of the
congratulations.
year.
And I also want to tell the viewers that, look, Kojo Bonsu is coming with something different, a new representation. So if you are somebody who votes within the NDC primaries, vote for me so that I can bring in the new things that I have for you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Mayor Kojo Bonsu says, vote for me, make a chop president. We'll see you after the break. Today is World Preterm Day, and Child Rights International, Child Ghana, and all the whole government hospital and the rest, they put together some educational package that you need to know and to avoid us from stamping stigma on children born preterm. We'll show you that after the break.